Good morning, brothers and sisters. I was when I found out that I was going to be giving the sermon, honestly, I didn't really want to prepare anything. Those who know me closely know I don't like to do PowerPoints. And I feel like whenever I'm asked to do a PowerPoint, I tend to stop at certain words or whatever, and it feels less natural. Actually, I just started attending UTS this month. Something I've wanted to do, for a long, long time, but I think, like most people, I would like to say like most people, we always have this main question of what do we want? What do we want to do with our lives? And for me, I always had many interests, but going to divinity school was one of them. But I also wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be a journalist. And it didn't help to have a mother who was like, you can be whatever you want to be. I'm like, I'll be everything. So as a result, I ended up almost becoming a woman of many trades. It's kind of just become my personality because that's just how I grew up. I grew up with parents who were like, you can do whatever you want. I'm like, okay, I will. And also, one particular figure who I've always admired was Eleanor Roosevelt. And for Women's Federation, every year we have like the CSW meeting. I hope some of you can come this weekend. Just sharing that out there. But every year there's an opportunity to go to Eleanor Roosevelt's estate and to learn more about her history and the incredible things that she did up until the point she died. She always stayed active. And I remember always thinking, oh, that's going to be me. But one line that I feel always resonated with me, but it's kind of haunting me right now, is do the things you think you cannot do. Like that line always resonates. I'm like, oh, okay, because then, with those tough situations, if I feel like, oh, this is so hard, then I need to really work hard to overcome. So fast forward to thinking of this sermon. All I kept thinking about was a song that's been haunting me since I was 12 years old. And you can't always get what you want. Even now it brings so much emotion because the first time, you hear it, and it's a great song to sing to, but then it takes another course once it starts playing at certain pivotal moments of your life where you really don't want to hear it. The first time I remember, it was when I really wanted to go to New Eden Academy. This was years ago. I don't even know what it's called now, but it was New Eden Academy. I really wanted to go to a school. It seemed like that was the thing to do, go to a boarding school. I don't know why, but everyone wanted to. And as soon as my parents told me, no, it's not going to happen, that song played on the television. And I'm just like, oh, that's odd. Okay, whatever. It's ironic. And then fast forward to when I was 14, and there was some particular job that I wanted. I didn't get it. And as I was walking down, I heard the song playing in a car as I was driving away. I'm just like, okay. And then again, I kid you not, throughout my 20s, there were like at least 7 moments, even when I was fundraising in the bitter cold, and everyone was saying, no, you're crazy. Why the heck are you out here fundraising? And I'm like, well, I'm trying to help my leadership group, and doors slam in my face, and I went to a Barnes & Noble, and you just can't always get what you want. I'm just like, So that was the moment. I hated that song. When I was out fundraising and heard it, I just couldn't deal with it. Unfortunately, the theme continues where even with my career, so like I mentioned, I'm a type of person who loves to do a multiple variety of things. And so I am grateful that I've kind of started writing again. I'm grateful I'm in the journalism world. I'm grateful that I'm able to stay active even within this community and even at the cultural council, because that's just who I am. But it took a long time to get there. And it took a lot of, I don't want to say not giving up, because I've learned that I'm just kind of like that football player who gets, I think Catherine Ono mentioned this analogy one time. I'm like, that's right, that is who I am. You know, I've developed a personality where it's easy for me to kind of get beaten up and get hurt, but then I put myself in a moment of like solitude, usually for like 3 days to 3 weeks. It's become almost like you can predict it. If there's something bad happening with me, you know you're not going to see me for a few weeks because I'm just in my moment. My mother always told me, you know, don't get mad, pray and meditate, go into meditation. And so that's what I tend to do. And but the one thing I feel that a lot of us forget to have, and what I highly recommend, that I realized that this year played a tremendous part of even my own spiritual growth and growth as a mother, as a wife, as a sibling, is you really need to have, in my opinion, like 3 good people in your life who are those major cheerleaders and supporters for you. And they can be a close friend, they can be a relative. I feel like sometimes it could be your spouse, but I feel like you're so busy doing things within the house, it's like hard sometimes. But I feel that, you know, we're always talking about trinities, but it also works in your day-to-day, because even with my career, I have 3 people that I go to whenever I do experience, you know, a particular fall. I'm able to go to them, and they're able to give me some guidance and support, and they're also able to open up my perspective to things that I didn't even see. Perfect example, I was up for a job in Boston not too long ago, and it was in the Seaport area, and it was so nice. They had fruit-infused water, you know, free coffee and tea, and I don't drink beer, but they had free beer. There was a really fancy office in the Seaport district, and it would have been a big pay raise bump, and I really wanted it, I think, because of the office. But I was one of 2 people. They ended up choosing someone internal. And it's funny when you just get so consumed about things that you want, the things you feel you want, but you tend to ignore what is needed. You forget to ignore, like, what about the logistics? Because even though I didn't get it and I was really bummed and depressed, I was talking to some of my mentors, and they go, well, wouldn't that be a bit of a commute for you? Wouldn't you have to struggle? Isn't your husband back in grad school? Don't you have to pick up the kids and blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, I didn't think about that. I just want the fruit-infused water. Like, that's amazing. I'll have a detox every day. But I didn't think about the logistics. And after I was told that and just was praying a lot, it really is amazing how God really does try his best to guide you to what you need. Sometimes it's hard to see, but if you try and seek out the support, it's like God sends you people within your life just to help bring that perspective, because it's so hard when you're stuck in like a depressive state. You don't see anything. You just think about what that possible dream was going to be, and not about the logistics of what's needed for your particular life, for your unique lifestyle. And so I just feel that if you're trying to pursue anything in life, it's important to have a great support network if you can. And if you don't have it, try to look for it. Like, really try your best to find that mentor. Because also, in a way, if you're trying to find it, God sees that as your effort, and then eventually he will bless it to you. I didn't even have my mentors until like about a year ago, and I was always reaching out to different people. But when you think about it, it's almost like a form of a trial to see how, I don't want to say, you have to work really, really hard. If you really want it, you got to work hard for it. It's more of, you learn to discover whether or not you're passionate about it. Because for me, I wanted to be that journalist, and I remember I was up for the full-time NBC position. I didn't get it. Now I'm freelancing, and I don't want it. And I just feel that it's only because I am finally opening to the fact that our wants aren't always what we need. And we need to just learn to take a closer look at that. I feel like this is a really short sermon, much shorter than I was hoping it was going to be. But I just felt this need that I wanted to share that, because I feel that, all of us are going through some particular goals in life, a particular career choice, or, circumstances at home, and we're always trying to figure out what we want versus what we need, when, in the end of the day, you just have to learn to discover what your passions are, and your passions will kind of lead. Because once you stop, you'll notice that, I think I mentioned this in another sermon a long time ago, but once you do discover your true passion, it does become a calling, and all the work that goes into it, it doesn't even feel like work. And that's how you know that you found your passion, honestly, when all the work just becomes fun and it just seems seamless, and you see every perspective as only a growing perspective, as only an opportunity to get better in the particular craft that you're working for. Or even if you, let's say, want to be, on a more practical basis, let's say you feel you want to be a better wife to your husband, and it's so easy to kind of just close up, well, he doesn't like to do anything I like to do, well, so whatever, I'm doing my own thing. That's it, without even trying. And for me, once I personally started to try to include him and also try to include myself in the activities that he likes to do, our relationship got better. It's only because I tried and I didn't give up, and think, okay, this is the status quo, whatever. No, I felt that it was worth taking the efforts. And that's pretty much like the strong message I just wanted to share, like how it is worth trying. Like the efforts are worth it, and you are able to reap the benefits. It may not come right away. I mean, even to this level of my career, it took 5 years. 5 years of a lot of struggle, a lot of tears to get to this point where I am. But I've never stopped trying. And I think but I don't want it to make it sound as if like you can't stop trying, like with shackles, like I gotta keep going, but no, like you don't do that. Definitely don't do that. But I'm just saying that at least try, put in a little bit of effort to just see how it goes. Because then at least you can say you tried. Worst case scenario, you can tell the Heavenly Parent, you made the effort and it just didn't work out. But at least you tried. At least you made the effort. So there's no coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Another thing I can't stand, coulda, shoulda, wouldas. And it's something I could prevent in my personal life. That's kind of like my mantra. I ask my sister, I'm just like, coulda, shoulda, woulda. But yeah, I don't know why I want to open it up to the floor. I don't know why. I want to create this almost like a seminar style all of a sudden. But, I mean, is there anything that anyone's struggling with right now? Spotlight. I guess the laughter means everyone's struggling in some way. I mean, does anyone have any tips at all that they would like to share of how? Tips? Yeah, okay. I'm still working on it. But no, because I'm seriously curious to hear how others, because there really are so many mechanisms and so many different ways that each individual tries to get over a particular hardship, I personally need to go off to my own and have some tea time. Tea time for Tammy. That's what I do to calm down or to try to reflect. And I know my husband, he likes to just go out for a walk in nature. There needs to be trees around for it to work. And, but I don't know. I don't know if anyone wants to share. Okay, maybe it's too early. It's too early to do it. But yeah, maybe because I'm also curious for advice. I'm curious to see if God is instilling one person out there to even give me particular advice. Because I'm going to be starting as the co-chairwoman for Women's Federation. And and I remember years ago when I went to a retreat in San Antonio, Texas. And I think it kind of, everyone was very shocked that I said it, but I had just spoken to my mother about something, and, no, I was remembering a conversation, because my mother already passed away at that point, but I was remembering a conversation of, whenever I would talk about things, because she one time told me how I was a good talker, but action speaks louder than words. But in her words, she put, Tammy, you need to put up or shut up. That's what she told me. And for some reason, in San Antonio, Texas, at that Women's Federation retreat, when everyone was talking about their great ideas of what to do, I got up, because they asked me to give a prayer, and I said, Heavenly Parent, I pray that we can find a way to just put up or shut up. And so I'm feeling those vibes right now, even with this next chapter in my life, because I want to be able to create good activities for, not just the young women and women in this group, but also for the men too, so some opportunities and my position. And so, yeah, not gonna lie, I feel like the pressure is on, and I think that's probably why there was a part of me who chose not to develop a stereotypical sermon, because I also wanted to get a chance to kind of share with you of what's going on in my head right now, because I'm freaking out. I'll be honest, I'm freaking out because I want to do good. I want to do good. I want to be good in the position, and I don't want to be that person who gives a lot of talk without showing them the action. I want to see the same kind of result that I saw with my career. There were a lot of trials and a lot of crap that happened. I don't know if I can say that word in a church, but I just had to get up again and keep trying. I had to keep trying my best. And so now it's almost turning into a presidential speech, I will try my best for you. But that's really how I feel in my heart, this is a very special time for me, but I also sense the level of responsibility that I have. And as much as I feel ready, I'm curious to see what's to come. All right, so please join me in prayer. Dear beloved Heavenly Parent, thank you so much for blessing us with this day, this gorgeous day, the calm before the next storm that's coming to New England. But I pray that we really can enjoy this and enjoy each other's company, and while we praise you and get some spiritual momentum for this next week. I pray, Heavenly Parent, that you can be with us while we are all going through a particular struggle. I pray that you can just stay with us and give us the strength to keep going. And I pray that we know that you are there. And I pray that we can find the passion that we're looking for in our own lives. I pray all this in the name of Tamara, and we start Daniel Perry of the Blessed Central Family. Adieu.